Back to my channel. So today we will be dealing about dyscalculia, one of the learning disability. I mean third after dyslexia and dysgraphia. So dyscalculia is a learning disability that affects a person's ability to understand and work with numbers and math. It's not due to lack of intelligence or effort, but rather how the brain processes mathematical information. Suppose let me say board mass. We all know about board mass. So board mass is something where we say that in mathematics first we solve the equation of division, then multiplication comes, then addition comes, then subtraction. Now this is the equation which we know and which most of us functions. But for a person with calculia, he or she might not be able to process it in the given order, that is division, multiplication, addition, subtraction, or any kind of algebra. Suppose x plus y or a square plus b square, or any kind of algebraic or trigonometric equations. So what does it look like? Difficulty with basic math concept and remembering math facts like addition or multiplication table, struggling to connect numbers to objects or understand what a numeral number represents, problem with money management, change or budgeting when you are not able to calculate how much to give to the shopkeeper or how much change he or she shall give, or what is the price, what is the change, or simple interest, trouble with time or distance, 1:15 am or pm, you see, or what is 1:30, how much is 1:45 or 12:45, such as telling time, estimating how long something will take, suppose, uh, or understanding direction, that is north or west, in which direction the sun rises. So these are all the problems or issues with dyscalculia or difficulty in understanding mathematical information. Difficulty keeping scores. He or she is not able to take out the percentage or the marking in numbering system. Let's continue further. Dysmorphia, the fourth one in learning disability. So BDD is a mental health condition where a person becomes preoccupied with perceived flaws in their appearance that are minor or not noticeable to others. What is dysmorphia? Dys means a disfigurement, or when we using the key term dys, that means that something is out of the ordinary or something is not in a positive way or positive light. Morphia means morphed, changed. So when we say dysmorphia, that is a flawed view, that means a flawed view of your physical appearances. Suppose a size of nose or eyes. This kind of examples are examples of dysmorphia. These obsessions cause significant emotional distress and can interfere with life. Mostly I have seen many females who have dysmorphia, like in some cases, not to an extreme, but normal cases due to societal, telling that having a slim thing or slim body or something, or a certain kind of eye direction or eye shape or lip shape or nose. Sometimes in male we prefer, like most of the females, they say okay fine, we need someone fair. So these are certain kind of, or even a guy might think that okay fine, being having this much body, six pack, is a sign of very physical distinction. And other than that, young boys, guys, they think that that belongs to dysmorphia. So these are some of the examples of dysmorphia. So what are the key aspects? How does it feel like or look like? Preoccupation with certain flaws, such as defects, such as I already told you, shape of their nose. Significant distress, they are not able to function normally, they will only focus on the flaw of their physical aspects, and can lead to, and due to that they might become withdrawal from society, they might suffer from depression, they might fear, which leads to anxiety and inability to concentrate on daily work. So dysmorphia means your a morphia or a morph a change or a defect of system or your physical body, that is called as dysmorphia. Okay, so it also comes in some sort of learning disability. How does it come? Because what you're learning, you're not able to understand or remember it because of your excessive focus on your physical attributes. That is called as dysmorphia. Dyspraxia, I think it's the fifth one in the order. So dyspraxia is a condition that makes it difficult to perform motor skill and coordinate movements. Developmental coordination disorder is another name of dyspraxia. So these people, what I'm telling is, they have difficult to perform motor skills, writing from left hand to right hand. Activities like writing, playing sports, suppose table tennis or cricket, or even daily tasks such as getting dressed or tying shoelaces or ribbon. Because their motor skills and coordination are not developed in a proper way, or they are somewhat misguided psychologically or neurologically, that's the whole reason why they have difficulties with this task. What it look like in normal or to a layman person: trouble with coordination or balance. We say go left, that person shall go right. That is the problem. They can include difficulty with handwriting, left sided handwriting or right sided handwriting. Speech and language issues. Some people with dyspraxia may speak slowly, have difficulty finding the right words. Organization and planning, they are very confused with the steps in the future. Sensitivities may be overly sensitive to touch or sound, or may not have a good sense of where their body is in space. Like they are not able to coordinate key how the accompanying sound might affect them, or how they are able to deal with it. This is again one of the example. ADHD, now it is a very common deficiency related to attention. Hyperactivity disorder, a person is not able to stay still, focus for a longer period of time. It is a neurodevelopmental disorder that affects how the brain works, causing patterns of inattention, hyperactivity, or impulsivity that interfere with daily functioning. Can lead to difficulties with focus, organization. Now, their whole rack might look like haphazard. There is no coordination. Controlling impulses, if they want to eat chocolate, like if a child does it, he or she understands, okay, an adult might understand, but it becomes more difficult to control when you do have ADHD. And ADHD is quite common in females because of many genetic issues, and sometimes even the cultural impact also affects, especially in case of Indian culture. We kind of can connect it to culture also. Always on foot, not in peace with the person around, and it usually appears in childhood, and they can continue it into adulthood and considered more severe and frequent than typical childhood behaviors. Have you noticed that our due to today's web development or website issues or internet, we are not able to focus on reading books, or we tend to forget too many things because we are doing too many things at one time. It might not be a symptom of ADHD, but something similar and more severe appears in ADHD. It is hyperactivity disorder, means you are not able to focus properly, and it significantly impairs your normal life or your learning disabilities. Autism spectrum disorder, developmental condition that affects how a person communicates, interacts with others, and behaves. And they usually have social communication challenge, that is, they are not able to understand non-verbal cues like eye contact and body language. And because they are always in a state of somewhat, what should I say, somewhat less slowly developing, they always find it difficult to maintain a normal relationship with average person. Restricted and repetitive behavior, such as intense focus on specific interest or need of sameness or routine. We all know that our daily life is very unpredictable, but for autism, they especially need a similarity because unfamiliar situations, people might give them more time to, might need more of their time and requirement, and they don't have the neurological development around it. Some people may autism may find certain light, sound, or texture overwhelming. They usually get overwhelmed because of all this scenarios. So by far we have learned 7 to 8 learning disabilities. There are more, as I already told in the previous video, that these are just the tip of the iceberg. Learning disability is something which affects us in many different ways, and we should be very as a teacher, as a parent, sometimes paying attention to the child when he or she, most of the time it's quite necessary. Even as a parent, they should know and understand that these difficulties might affect their children in severe ways. So with this I'm concluding the video. I hope it helped you a lot. Thank you so much.